Here's a look at your daily market report on this Wednesday, the 12th day of February. Very little going around in the state today due to winter weather. Many of the barns either extremely light receipts or they flat out canceled due to the winter storm going across the state today. Yesterday, on Tuesday, SEMO livestock auctions in Jackson, very light run, 166 head there, not enough for any kind of a price comparison. Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains on Tuesday, they only had 716 head. Again, not enough for an adequate price comparison due to a little patch of winter weather that went through earlier in south central and southeast Missouri on Tuesday. Interstate Regional Stockyards, they didn't have enough to report on Tuesday. F&T Livestock Market up in Palmyra, they had 1,355 head compared to 2 weeks ago. Steers under 750 pounds were $5 lower, or the lighter weights under 750 pounds were steady. The heavier weight steers were $5 lower. Feeder heifers under 600 pounds stayed at $5 higher. Heavier weight heifers $5 lower. Lawley Brothers Livestock Market in Macon, their market was mostly lower everywhere, anywhere from steady to as much as $12 lower on some of the mid-weight steers this week. Kingsville Livestock Market, now they did have a pretty big sale on Tuesday there, 4,134 head. Compared to the previous week, steers were mixed. Most weight ranges were steady to $5 lower. There was a few sales of some stickouts, the grazing type thin flesh steers that sold a bit higher there. The 6.5 to 7 weights as much as $10 lower, some spots up to $15 lower. Heifers steady to $5 higher on the calves. The yearling heifers steady to $5 lower. The feeder steers, medium and large ones, 4 to 5 weights at $369 to $398, 5 to 6 weights at $334 to $370.50, 6 to 7 weights at $285 to $347.50, 7 to 8 weights at $284 to $295.50, a small package of fancy steers at $308, some 8 to 9 weights at $268.5 to $274.5. Feeder heifers, medium and large ones, 4 to 5 weights at $338 to $392.50, 5-6 weights at $284 to $335, some 6 to 7 weights at $273 to $303, 99 head of 632-pound heifers tagged as fancy brought $306.50, some 7 to 8 weights at $256 to $267. Again, really not anything going on at the auction barns on Wednesday, so there won't be much to report to you today. Taking a look at the box beef cutout values, they're still falling lower. Choice at $320.94, down $1.52. Select at $310.14, down $2.07. Those values based on 79 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread at $10.80. Negotiated feedlot trade probably about done for the week in the Southern Plains. 7,665 head. Texas was reported about 1,300 head, all at 203. Kansas, 5,600 head, mostly all at 203. There was a small handful at 202, but most trades in the Southern Plains this week, 203. That'd be $3 lower than last week. So far, nothing at all to report in the Western Corn Belt or the North. Taking a look at the futures markets at midday, live cattle for February down 25, 199.42. April down 17, 195.82. June 17 higher at 191.55. Feeder cattle for March up 25 cents, 265.02. April 265.20 up 22, and May 264.20 up 52. Lean hogs for February, 89.17, 45 higher. April up $1.35, 94.32, and May 70 cents higher at 97.55. Taking a look at the grain markets at midday, corn 488.5 on the March, that's up 4.5. May at 501.5, up 3.5. July up 3.5, up 504 3/4. Soybeans for March, 1026 3/4, down 16 3/4. May at 1044, down 16 1/4. July at 1060.5, down 15.5. Wheat contracts, March at 576 1/4, that's down 3/4 cent. May at 588, down 2. July 599 1/4, down 2.5. Soybean meal for March, 294.10 a ton, down $2.50. Soybean oil for March, 45.33 a hundredweight, down 80 cents. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your daily market report for Wednesday. This is Tony Hancock.